Do you have a 5.3 you want to build but don't know how? Then this video is for you, because I'm going to show you every step of the way on how to build a 5.3. Let's get to it. Alright guys, we checked our ring gap and got our piston ring grooves all cleaned up, so now let's install some piston rings. We're going to start bottom up with the rings. We're going to start with the third ones. We got 3 rings total to make this one ring for the third ring. You got that slinky looking one and those 2 other ones. We're first going to throw on the slinky looking one. These are pretty easy to get on. These are a lot more flexible. They're not as stiff. Once you got that on, get the other 2. One goes on top of it and one goes below it to make the one ring. These are also flexible. If you're not totally comfortable doing this yet, that is totally fine. I would say just practice and practice with the old ones, so in case they snap or you mess them up, there's no worries at all. Just take your time when you're doing this. It is pretty easy, but we're just going to get the ring just like this below it. Then we're going to get the other one and put it just on top of that little slinky ring. And this is what that bottom ring is going to look like once you got it all on there. We're good to go there. Now let's hit the second one. That's going to be the one right above it. Make sure you do put it the right direction. I got the little symbol on this one pointing up. You're just going to push one side down and just slowly start churning it and pushing it down. It might get caught in that first groove. That's fine. Just do the same thing. But just take your time when you're doing this, because these will break a lot more easier. These are a little more stiffer. So like I said, practice with your old one if you need. Just take your time and it's pretty easy. But just like this, we got our second one on. Now let's do the top one. And the top ring has this little dot that has to face up, and just like we did before, just push one side and just slowly start churning and pushing it down, and you'll have your ring just right on. And practice again with your old ones if you don't feel comfortable with doing this, because these will snap if you're too hard with them. Easy as that. We got all brand new rings on. Now one thing you do not want to do is have your rings like this all in a straight line. We do not want to do that. Here's a chart from the ring company themselves on how we want them. But now let's throw in some new rod bearings on our rods. These are the bearings I'm using right here. To get your old bearings off, get you a flat head, push down on one side just like this, and the other side should lift up. Then just grab it and pull it off, and you're good to go. Old bearings are out of our way. Clean them up a little, and now this side, this gets no lube. This gets no lube where the actual bearing sits on. We're good to go with it dry just like this. Same with the bearing itself. This side gets the lube. The back side of it gets nothing. This side, this gets nothing on it. No lube, no nothing. This also, no lube on that. There's this little open groove on the connecting rod, then there's a little lifted piece on the bearing itself. Match those 2 up, put it in that hole, and just push down, and you got a brand new bearing on your connecting rod. We're good to go there. Make sure your bearing is not like this. We don't want it uneven. We want it flat like this and even. Same thing with the connecting rod cap. Find that little groove in the lifted piece of metal, put it in there, then push down, and just like that, we got brand new connecting rod bearings. And easy as that, we got brand new connecting rod bearings and brand new rings that we can get this piston ready to drop in. But if you want to see that, you're going to have to hit that follow and stay tuned for the next one. And I appreciate you for watching. Thank you.